Well, if you don't have any roots or values or knowledge of your past, why would you fight for anything? And when we look at these Ukrainian interviews, at least the ones being aired in the States, there's a common theme that all of these people, men, women, children, the elderly, they all say things like this. My father fought in grandfather fought in World War II. This was my home. I left Wall Street to come over here and fight. This is where I live. This is my language. This is my soil. So you can see that traditional citizenship has galvanized that. Nobody is saying, well, if Ukraine is lost, I can just set up my Zoom business in Germany, or I can move over to Poland. I mean, people obviously will do that if it's lost, but they're not on record to suggest that that's going to be an incentive to save Ukraine. So all citizens, I think, at least if the traditional protocols are of any value, when we look back at them, what makes a citizen is a sense of place. They know their neighbors. They know the history of where they're living. They have a loyalty to the past. They don't want to let down the people who gave them something and died or no longer with them. There's a shame culture. I know that I'm living in a house that's, I'm the fifth generation here. It was built in 1870, which is very early, I guess, for California. But I have memories not just of my mother living here in this room. When she was a little girl, she told me about it. And not just her father, but her father, who was alive when I was, telling me that his grandfather, whom I seem to know, even though he died, I think, in 1920, and I was born in 53, but I feel like I should keep it up, or I should fix things, even though half of me says, oh, just move to the coast and sell out. But the other half says that, well, you were given something to preserve, and there's a particular shame culture, and would you want to be found wanting by your ancestors? And those are all ridiculed today, but they were traditionally throughout time and space very important, whether in Greece or Rome or Renaissance Italy or even during the Enlightenment. This idea that a Western citizen has roots and loyalties and patriotism and nationhood that makes them distinct. And I guess the left feels that after World War I or World War II, patriotism was a bad word, or nationalism was a bad word, but they haven't replaced it with anything. International Marxism or internationalism or cosmopolitanism has. If anybody will show me the fruits of that project, I'd be curious, because when they tell me, well, internationalism allows free trade and allows commerce on the seas, I say, no, it doesn't. The U.S. Navy does. Take away the U.S. Navy and you've got the pirates in the Red Sea everywhere. Take away NATO and you've got chaos. So it's still nations and partnerships and alliances, not internationalism.